Welcome to something short and sweet in the Parsha. This week, Parshas Behar. How important is decorum in the shul? The Parsha ends with three mitzvahs. Mitzvah number one is the prohibition of idolatry. Mitzvah number two, Shabbos. Mitzvah number three is the mitzvah of Mora Mikdash, going to the Beis HaMikdash on the regalim on the holidays and conducting oneself with awe there. These mitzvahs are discussed in terms of, unfortunately, a Jew who had to sell himself to a Gentile and is a slave of a Gentile. And the Torah is exhorting him, don't learn from your master. Stay true to your tradition. And it says, make sure you keep these three mitzvahs. And Ramban is wondering, why these three? And he says, really, the Torah is saying, Mr. Eved, make sure you keep true to your Masorah. Do all of the mitzvahs. Don't learn from the behavior of your master as is normal to do. Keep true to who you are. Why these three mitzvahs, says the Ramban? Because these three mitzvahs are avos lekulam. These three mitzvahs are foundational. If you will keep these three, you will ultimately keep all of them. And therefore, the Torah is just discussing generally the roots of all mitzvahs. These three, the first one, avodah zarah, is so logical. After all, one could argue there are essentially two mitzvahs in the Torah. Anochi Hashem Elokecha, lo yeh lecha elokim acherim, the first two of the 10 Commandments. As my father of blessed memory used to say, you is or you ain't. You do the will of God or you don't do the will of God. And really everything, the choice that we make in life is, are we fulfilling the word of God or are we rejecting the word of God? So avodah zarah, to worship idolatry, that could mean specific idolatry, or it could be the idolatry of money or the idolatry of honor. So that's an av. That's something which is foundational. It's something which is a root. Makes a lot of sense. The second one, Shabbos. Shabbos is the cornerstone of our observance. Shabbos is the cornerstone of our relationship with the Ribono Shel Olam. The great expression, more than the Jews have done for Shabbos, Shabbos has done for the Jew, because Shabbos is so critical. Shabbos is so foundational. But the third mitzvah that the Ramban calls an av l'chol ha-mitzvahs is Mora Mikdash. Would anyone imagine going to shul and comporting oneself with the proper respect? That's foundational, that's critical, it's a mitzvah. But if you think about it, of course it is. Because as the Gemara says, it's not from the Mikdash that we are misyare. The awe is not for the walls. The awe is not for the beautiful Aron Kodesh or for the Bima, or back in the Beis HaMikdash for the Mizbeach, or even for the Kodesh Kodashim for the Holy of Holies. The awe is for the one who dwells there. And that is true of the Beis HaMikdash, and that is true of our sanctuaries. It's true of our shuls. As the prophet Yechezkel says, echoing the declaration of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen to what he says, Ve'ehi l'chol l'mikdash ma'at. And I will be for you as a small sanctuary. I will be, meaning my Shechina will be there in your shuls. The Gemara in Megillah, Elo bate midrashios ubate kenisios. These are the yeshivas and the shuls. But the way it says is ve'ehi l'cha, I will be for you. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechina. So the mitzvah of Mora Mikdash is a cornerstone of an awareness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in our lives. When we walk into a shul and we experience the presence of the Ribono Shel Olam, if we experience the presence of the Ribono Shel Olam, by acting with awe there, appreciating what is the role of that shul, appreciating the encounter that we have with the divine when we walk into a shul, then we have what one could say is the internalized God. Talk of an internalized parent, internalized God. Because when I do go to shul, and that parsha in the Torah is talking about the Shalosh Regalim, going on the holiday and experiencing the experience of the Beis HaMikdash, and by us going to the shul, experience the experience of the shul, which is dependent upon our comportment in that shul, then we internalize Yiras Shamayim, awe of God, and we take the awe of God, which we have in the shul, and we bring it into our street, and we bring it into our homes, we bring it into our lives. And therefore, yes, Moreh Mikdash, awe that we display, that we carry ourselves with in the shul is an av l'kula. It is absolutely foundational. Thank you so much for listening, I should say. Have a wonderful Shabbos.